Patriots. Welcome back. This is Thrash Potatoes, another little news alert. I came across this article on blabbermouth.net, and it's Pantera's Philip Anselmo says that he disavows the Confederate flag, that it's ridiculous, man. It says that Pantera frontman Philip Anselmo had publicly disavowed the Confederate flag. The 54-year-old singer made the comment during the band's concert last night, Friday, May 26th in Bulgaria. He was addressing a fan in the audience that was displaying a sign that included the Confederate flag imagery. Like in Bulgaria, man, you know, they didn't know what was up. Something Pantera had used as part of the band's stage production and merchandise designs, including their Hesher Dream shirt, which had been sold via the official Pantera site in 2015. I mean, come on, dude, Bulgaria, you know, they just think that's part of the freaking, you know, that's part of the deal, part of the Pantera deal. And you know, I get it. You know, like I said, I grew up in a Southern family, and I get this Confederate flag thing, and I get bashing it. But like, you know, if you grew up with the Confederate flag, that didn't mean nothing. But you was a honky most of the time. You know, you was just proud to be a honky. You know, that's all that was. Now, if they had a flag that said the South will rise again, watch out for them motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Because they're probably got, you know, a little hanky. Anyways, let's keep going. It says before launching into the closing song of Pantera's set, "Cowboys from Hell," the Arena Sofia in Sofia, Philip. Wait, hold on, man. At Arena Sofia in Sofia, Philip told the crowd, "Sofia, I gotta say this, credible audience. One more thing. There's a person over here holding up the sign trying to ruin the fucking show. I disavow the fucking flag. I'm sorry, it's ridiculous, man. Keep the politics out of this shit. It's boring." Now, you can't blame the dude because he got into that little tiff, you know, at the Dime Bash. And, you know, I mean, he was at Dime Bash, dude. He was at Dime Bash, and you're trying to tell me, with all that freaking push and pull when it came to him and Dime and everything that happened to Dime, that people weren't in the crowd heckling him or provoking him. You know, I understand. They were in the crowd calling him names, calling him a freaking skid-head and this and that. And he said, "That's right, whatever." You know, just to, you know, if someone kept calling me fat ass, yeah, I'm fat, so what? Fuck you, you know what I mean? And not give a shit. But, you know, not saying that he was, but I just understand kind of what he was doing. I don't agree with it, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'd be pissed off if someone was pushing me too and he just went about it the wrong way. Learn the hard way. And in this day and age, you know, even if you did have a Confederate flag, just because you're like, yeah, I'm a honky, dude, I grew up, you know, in a Southern family or back south or whatever, don't matter. You can sneeze and fart at the same time, and they're gonna cancel you. You know, I hate to tell you, but they're gonna cancel you. Pack up your bags and delete your freaking profiles because you're out, you know. So it does go back on a little bit. This is back in September 2016 during an interview with Rolling Stone about a vulgar display of power photo book. Anselmo and Rex Brown were asked to comment on a photo in the band's stage display in 2001, which, you know, heavily, you know, relied on the Confederate flag imagery. Again, it was just honky, so, you know, there's a difference. You know, like I said, if there's a skeleton coming up holding one of them things and it says the South will rise again, you know, I bet you $100 if you got a bit of color in your freaking skin, you ain't invited to dinner. But like I said, that's a whole different video. It says, if we're really going to get into this commentary here, yes, I see the projected Confederate flags. Well, for one, I've always said flags don't mean a damn thing to me. Two, by using the Confederate flag, despite what anyone says, I don't give a shit, because no matter what I say, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. He ain't lying, especially in this day and age. You know, you're gonna get yelled at by a dude in a dress or a diaper, depending which one. You know, and it says, let's see. But the truth of it all is, it was about as innocent can be. We weren't confessing to any clandestine power structure, or however you assholes want to put it in these days. I think we used the Confederate flag merely because of Leonard Skinner. We had learned from people before us, and it was never about anything other than that. And that's, I believe it 100%, because I've lived that. You know what I mean? I've 100% lived that. You know, I had a uncle that had a huge Confederate flag on his freaking roof, and he would go after any type of tail. He didn't care what kind of color it was. As long as it was freaking poontane, he was on it, you know? It's just because he was a honky. Anyways, added Brown, the Confederate flag is on the back of the cover of the Great Southern Trendkill. That was the southern part of it. See, there were still states that had that on their state flags. Nowadays, it's forbidden to use it. It's not so politically correct, but it had nothing to do with racism. Oh wait, I forgot to. I gotta say it like YouTube. Racism, or however they do it. You know what I mean? None of us were like that. It was a tie-in artwork, the back cover. Even back then, I said this is not the way to go. Leonard Skinner used one for years and still do. Now people confuse it with racism and hatred. That's not what this band is about at all. Quite the opposite. But it's the only thing I would say in the PC days that he has regrets about. And I don't think he should even have regrets about it. Who cares? Like I said, I get it. You're probably going to get some dude that dresses up like a baby. He's going to throw his freaking bottle at you. Or one of them Antifa dudes are going to come after you. When you probably help a dude before they would. It's freaking ridiculous. You got to watch out for them dudes in the dresses, man. They're crazy. It says the Confederate flag symbolism was the subject of an emotional debate in the aftermath of the 2015 massacre of 9 black-white gunmen in Charleston, South Carolina. Ooh, it's heavy. White supremacist and suspected killer Dylan Roof had been pictured holding the Confederate flag before he allegedly carried out the murders. Like I said, he's probably got one of them South will Rise Again flags, you know what I mean? While some people saw this flag as a divisive symbol of the South's pro-slavery legacy, supporters insisted the flag was an honorable symbol of regional pride, a mark of respect for Southern soldiers who died in the American Civil War. Basically, you know what I mean? Like I said, dude, we had it on top of the General Lee, man. It didn't mean none of that, So anyways, let's continue on. In 2015, interview with Sticks for Stones, Pantera, and Hell Yeah drummer Vinnie Paul Abbott weighed in on the Confederate flag issue. He said, "All I'm going to say is it's a big knee-jerk reaction to something that happened. It's unfortunate that people are like that. They want to point a finger at someone, He continued, "Honestly, this country was built on freedom of speech and freedom of expression. And when you can no longer do that, then it's no longer based on that, It's a touchy thing, and that's really all I'm going to say about it. I think that it doesn't follow what the country was built on, what it was based on. To me, it blows, but that's how it is. Now, get this. I went to go talk shit to somebody on the Instagram because they were being dumb. Like, there was this lady, alright, this dude shoplifted from the Dollar General, took off on a bike. Maybe I'll find the video and link it, right? And he was just stealing some food. And dude was a dude of color. That's how you gotta say it now. He's a brother. Anyways, this freaking white weird ass lady jumps in her car. She's the general manager. Boom, hits dude with a bike. Just because he stole some food, right? And these dudes were like all hard up, like, oh, just because he's a person of color, you're gonna go ahead and condone that freaking, him stealing this and that, because everyone was like, on his side from what happened. And I tried to tell the dude that started it, like, dude, you're an idiot, bro. Freaking vehicular assault is way worse than stealing some food because you're hungry. And Instagram wouldn't even let me do it. I got a strike just because I wanted to call the guy a dumbass, So we're already there. They're already digitally, anyways. Taking away the freedom of speech. We're there already. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna continue on. If you need to continue on, go ahead. I'll send the link in the description below. I just wanted to get to that point because the rest of it just kind of goes back to the band's history and what they're doing right now. But I wanted to get into that right there. So anyways, I got a couple more videos for you. We'll see you when those come out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to. Don't if you don't. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Alright, you guys be good or be good at. We'll see you in the next round. Late.